So guys, Davido has come out to blast Nigerian leaders. He has come out to say that the only problem facing Nigeria is poor leadership. That is, leadership is the only problem Nigeria has. If we can fix the problem of corrupt leaders, Nigeria is going to be a super place. Don't forget that recently, Davido told the people in the US that coming back to Nigeria is like, taking a very big risk, because nothing is happening in Nigeria, that the economy has been ruined and nothing is working. And this time again, Davido has come out to say that the biggest challenge Nigeria has is corrupt leaders, that we have the worst of leaders. As for Nigerians are amazing people, but leadership, poor leadership is what is destroying Nigeria at the moment. So guys, take a look and just see how Davido spoke, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys other videos indicating the level of corruption in this country and why corruption is what is going to, keep destroying Nigeria and taking Nigeria backward.
We can't go forward without the best leaders now. First, that's the most important thing I feel. I feel like Nigerians, we adapt. So that already shows you that, like I tell people, I say, if you can survive in Lagos, or if you can survive in Nigeria rather, you can survive anywhere. I feel like we're survivors. We're strong-willed people. I just feel the only thing is just missing is just the right leaders to lead us. Nigeria, if you go anywhere in the world, everybody has Nigerian friends. Whether you're Chinese or you have Nigerian friends. Everywhere in the world I fly to, that I do shows, Nigerian restaurant did there, Nigerian community did there. So it just shows that we're just a force. So I think, leadership is one of the main things. And I feel like once we get that right, I don't think there's anything that will stop us.
It has also to do with the training. I don't think anybody wants a docile military, because then there shouldn't be military anymore. So somehow the training brings out that animal aspect of the military. And then for the junior ones, these are things that we have to curtail because of the nature of the training. They are made to be aggressive. That's their nature. So unfortunately, sometimes, and then as doing that, we're also teaching them on how to also contain themselves, respect for human rights, protection of the sick and wounded, all these things that have to do with the rules of war and all this together, just to make them, but it is the nature of training that does that. So again, we have this when you have a prolonged warfare in a place, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, comes in. These are things you have to manage, because sometimes it's just, you see somebody become very aggressive because he has seen war, he has seen blood, he has seen corpses. It affects your human mind. And that's why you talked about the health of the human, mental health issues again. So these are things that we consistently try and check to make sure that the soldiers are above board, the soldiers are doing well. And again, we have the reward and punishment system. You do well, you are rewarded. You do badly, you are punished. And that has really curtailed. That's why I see in the military, nobody assumes, because whatever it is you do, you know the repercussion. We have our Armed Forces Act that takes care of every offense that you could be committed. And then we do not shy away in punishing defaulters. So
something as recent as the one that happened recently, where a military man said to be a major general was said to have attacked a civilian.
Yes.
What will be the procedure for the military in that kind of situation?
Of course, the military police have already set in. They do the investigation, and then they come out the report. Once they do that, the board is reviewed. Court martials are there. We have court martials, standing court martials all over. So once you commit, you go for the court martials. And from there, God knows what happens to you.
Whatever is the story with this essay we read from EFCC, what I will say is police. What Igbos will call akuko. Complete story. The EFCC needs to look themselves in the mirror, and if you want to be an anti-graft agency, let us look. Nigerians, we play a lot, and that is why we are not able to address our fundamental problems. The EFCC is Nigeria's leading anti-graft agency that should be fighting corruption, and the reason why Nigeria is brought to its knees today is corruption. But do you know that the past two EFCC chairmen were taken out of office on corruption allegations? That is former Magu and Abdurrashid Bawa. Yes, In fact, Magu, they set up a panel headed by Justice Ayo Salami. What happened to that report?
God,
This is the EFCC that he still was looking for Yahaya Bello. He came to the office, they told him to go back, they went back, and it had been back. They had a shootout, and they say, we have an understanding, don't worry, go, we will come and get you later. So, you know the level of anyhowness and rascality amongst Nigerian institutions. Or in other climes, there will be a name and shame. That will be the idea of the agency, to set an example that you cannot use public office to amass this level of wealth and luxury for yourself.
This is
so in fact that should have been at the core of the investigation.
This is sickening and disgusting.
Well, the property, the land that the houses are built on, the fact that we have property on it, unfinished, unused, a landmass is totally taking over 750 something. Abba, what individual?
Again, I must talk again about the land grabbing activities going on in the FCT by the Honorable Minister of the FCT. The reason why we must talk about this is today we have with us a victim of the ongoing demolitions of houses in the FCT and parks and recreation centers in the FCT. It is also alarming that parks are being taken over and turned to residential buildings in the FCT. This is extremely sad. I do not want to be seen as overflogging the Wike issue, so I will allow the victim to speak to these issues herself.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here to talk about my land that was taken by the Federal Minister of FCT. Okay. My name is Prophetess Queen Esther Anthony, Senior Pastor, Higher Faith Intercontinental Church in Asokoro. I have a park in Asokoro, and I use the land for park and recreation. I use it for playground. I use it for church. I use it for a school. So last 2 weeks Friday, they came in without information and they demolished every building there, including the park. I asked why. One of them said I should ask the minister. So I ran to Park and Recreation. I met the director, and the director said I should go to Urban and Regional to find out. I went there, I met someone, I met the pay, I asked, and they said, I asked, is there any redesign? And if there is anything like the park has been redesigned to residential, I should be carried along. I'm also interested because I've been on that land for past 10 years, more than. I was the one that developed the land. I'm the one that Sanfield. It was like a valley. I built a drainage, everything. So I said I should be carried along because I'm a principal owner of the place. I have my document. So they said there is nothing like redesign, that I should go back to Park and Recreation. Which I went back and told them there is no redesign. They said, okay. Then last Wednesday, I was there because I normally give the widows, they came to collect their food, their rice and all that. The widows were there when these people came in with thugs. More than 200 policemen invaded the place with thugs, with weapons. Only for me that is a woman like this. It's not that I'm fat like that. So they came in and I was asking what is going on. They said the minister sent them. The record, the videos are there. They said the minister sent them. They sent them. I should leave. I should leave. They started beating my daughter. They started beating my workers. You should leave. You understand? They push us out. So I was able to call someone, my lawyer, to call the SARS so that they witness. So when the SARS called, they said what was going on, and everybody left. I left for the interest of peace. So the workers, or everybody became stranded. We don't have a place. We don't have even the church that is there. We don't have a worship place right now. We are trusting God to see how we can get a place to worship God on Sunday. So, and the park, the swing, they use their caterpillar. The children were even swinging, honestly speaking. This government does not have respect for mothers. They don't have respect for children. The children were swinging there. They get out, get out, get out. They use their caterpillar immediately. They swing, they slide, everything there, they scatter. To a point that even the public toilets will allow people that are under this thing so that they can ease themselves. Everything. So one Mr. Hassan says something to me. He said he's the contractor. that given to build residential there. I said, but it's a park and recreation. If there is a redesign, they should let me know. I'm interested. It's my land. I spent money there. Or they give me another land. No settlement, no money, nothing. How do they want me to start life? We have been for more than 10 years. Just end like that. Where do I go to? Every of my properties are there. They did not even allow me to remove my property. Things there. They destroyed everything. So Mr. Hassan said to me that he's a contractor to build the residential, that they have divided the land into 3. And giving it, allocated it to another person. I said, who did that allocate to? Let me air my view to. The man said, madam, I feel for you, honestly speaking. Then on Thursday morning, the man called me on phone. He said, madam, what they're doing to you is illegal. And I recorded his voice. So what they're doing to me is illegal, that the process they're taking is not right. It's not good to treat me like that. This and that's okay, no problem. So who is taking my land? Said the Minister of FCT is interested. He has taken it. I said, I don't have a problem. I've never spoken. I'm not a politician. I don't belong to politics. I've never spoken against any politics, whether PDP or APC. I pray for everybody, for good of the nation. That's what I do. So I've not spoken to anybody. I've not done any bad thing to wicked. If Minister of FCT loved my land, I think he should give me his house and take my land, or give me another place. Let there be a swap. But this, you can't keep me stranded. He's a father. He has a wife. He has mother. He can't just keep me stranded like that. So I am here so that the judiciary, we are going to court, so that the judiciary will give us justice and also God vengeance, and let him do the needful. I believe that Minister of FCT is a father to all, so he should not treat us the way he treats us. And then police, why would more than 200 police come for me and beat my daughter and beat all of us? Did they come to fight us? Did we do them anything? So that's why I'm here to speak up, because this is injustice. Is wrong to do to me that as a woman. They should have approached me or go to my lawyer. I have a lawyer. They speak to my lawyer. Tell your client, we want to take this land. Okay, do this or do the let's get. I did my recertification this 2024. Why would they collect my money for recertification if they know they want to take my land? So, beloved, I don't know what to say. This is so. I mean,
thank you. That this land is just by Wike's house. It's just by Wike's house. And that's not the only land that was demolished. How many hectares is it?
1.3 hectares.
1.3 hectares that was demolished. Then all the land by his fence as well on the left, he has also demolished and taken it. Just by his fence in that Asokoro Buzape. So I don't understand what is going on in this country. I sincerely don't understand what is going on. I know that Nigeria can be a country of impunity, but even if we are doing this impunity, let us put a human face to these activities, because the law says the only condition for taking somebody's land, somebody else's land, is overriding public interest. Okay, taking her land and giving it to another person, how is that overriding public interest? So what they do is they take this land, then sell it to somebody. Then that other person they sell it to within, who is among their people, will now go and sell it at a higher price to a third party. This is not fair. And why are you taking green area and turning them into residential building? If I talk now, they will say they want to sue. If I talk now, they say they have started again. Please, you can see that this woman has not insulted the minister. All she's doing is just appealing to the honorable minister. It's an appeal. And majority of these people, this is a special note of warning. Wike is going to leave the FCT with a lot of problem by the time he's done as minister. All the people buying this land, you are buying rubbish. You will never get title to those land. What they have done in FCT is that they have defrauded you. Because the law is settled on issues around title to land. There are plethora of cases even up to the Supreme Court. So what you are buying is, you are just buying fake title from the FCTA. So special appeal, don't waste your money. All this land that Wike is demolishing and reallocating, if you buy it, you are going to lose your money, because all these things are going to be subject of litigation. As far as today, if you buy a land that was taken from another person and given to you, you have wasted your money. Because all these issues are going to be lispendis. That's what is called the law. They're going to be all the land and all the title issues will be subject to litigation. So my special appeal to people who are being approached from people in Wike's office to come and buy land, or people that they have demolished, don't buy it so that you will not lose your money. Because you will lose your money and you will lose the land that you have bought. Thank you, the law. There is a procedure. I don't know where the FCT minister does not like to follow due process of law. He must take them to a tribunal. There's a tribunal. It is after the FCTA has won. You can go ahead and start bringing bulldozers. And he just carried bulldozer, no letter of revocation, nothing. He just operates brazenly as if we were in animal farm. So you see, I have already given him my own piece the last time. I don't want to keep, hitting somebody that is not fighting with me again. I don't think he's fighting with me again. Or is he still fighting with me? No. I don't think so. So as regards to the issue of the tax reform, we are talking, it's a bulky law. I'm still reading the law. And because I've not exhausted the law, it will be very improper for me to comment yet on it. I'm going to, in the new year, when I've finished reading the law, I'm going to comment formally on the law. Maybe I will come back again and we now talk extensively on the law. But the people shouting that they don't want the law, government must listen to them. You see, government exists primarily on the benefit and the purpose of the people. And that is why Section 14 of the Constitution says that sovereignty lies with the people, from wherein government derives all its powers. You understand? So it is the people who are the sovereign. Government is they are just caretakers. Yes. So the people shouting, we don't want this, we don't want this, government should listen to them. And government should consult extensively. What's the rush? What's the hurry about? Government should consult widely. I am still in the process because there are 4 different laws. 4. And one is so bulky. I've just, in fact, it will surprise you to know that majority of the senators, only 4 senators got the bill. And they already did second reading of the bill. Even the senators did not have the bill. It was when the pandemonium started that they started saying, we want the bill, we want to have a copy of the bill. I have just gotten copies of the bill, and it's too voluminous. So until I finish reading the bill and seeing the salient points of the bill, looking at the merit and the demerit of the bill, then I will not be able to comment on it. If I comment on the bill now, I'll be commenting from an uninformed position, and I want to comment so that it's not like when I commented on week.
So guys, Davido has come out to blast Nigerian leaders. He has come out to say that the only problem facing Nigeria is poor leadership. That is, leadership is the only problem Nigeria has. If we can fix the problem of corrupt leaders, Nigeria is going to be a super place. Don't forget that recently, Davido told the people in the US that coming back to Nigeria is like, taking a very big risk, because nothing is happening in Nigeria, that the economy has been ruined and nothing is working. And this time again, Davido has come out to say that the biggest challenge Nigeria has is corrupt leaders, that we have the worst of leaders. As for Nigerians are amazing people, but leadership, poor leadership, is what is destroying Nigeria at the moment. So guys, take a look and just see how Davido spoke, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys other videos indicating the level of corruption in this country and why corruption is what is going to, keep destroying Nigeria and taking Nigeria backward, because we don't even have leaders who are determined to end corruption in this country. Just take a look.